Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Got two great Mathews bows for 2021 we wanted to tell you about. Over here we've got the Mathews Atlas. Here we've got the Mathews Prima. These bows are for two very different customers. The Prima, as you can imagine, that's going to be primarily for women or short draw archers because it only goes up to 27.5 inches draw length. And the Atlas, this is the bow for the big guys. Long draw archers for years have been appealing to Mathews. They want a bow that goes out to 34 inches. We're talking big, tall archers out there. 34-inch max on the Atlas. This is going to be a great bow for them. So it's got a ton of the great Mathews features in there, the cross-centric cams. We've got their brand new, as you can see here, the center guard cable containment system. We'll tell you about that. They are silent connect system compatible. You've got the engage grip, lots of similarities between these bows, but the specs are what set them apart. Let's run through those specs for you. The Mathews Prima is 30 inches axle to axle. It's got a 5.5-inch brace height. Physical weight is 3.93 pounds with a let off of 80%. The IBO speed rating, the standard speed rating is 346 feet per second. However, at its max 27.5 inches, it's going to give you 321 feet per second. It's going to be available in peak draw weights of 40, 50, and 60 pounds, and it's got a mod-based draw length system that's going to give you draw lengths from 21.5 to 27.5 inches. The Mathews Atlas is a 34 3/4 inch axle to axle bow. It's going to have a brace height of 7 3/4 inches. Physical weight 4.92 pounds with available let-offs of 80 or 85%. It's going to have an IBO speed rating up to 350 feet per second at 34 inches. Available draw weights of 60, 65, 70, and 75 pounds. And the mod-based system is going to give you draw lengths from 29.5 to 34 inches. All right, so as we mentioned, the Atlas, this is going to be the big bow for big guys. This is the long draw bow that archers have been asking for Mathews, from Mathews for several years now. It is powered by the cross-centric cam. The Atlas does employ the switch weight system. So what that means is that to change draw weights, you're going to change mods. If you have a peak draw weight of 60 pounds, for example, you still control it from 50 to 60 using the limb bolt, but you can take that bow then to 70 pounds just by changing the module here. So that's a great system. In the past, you would have had to change limbs to go from 60-pound peak to 70-pound peak. So that's an awesome system there. Mathews has kept this big long riser that they've been using for the last couple years. It's just super stable and rigid. Coming down the bow here, this is probably the most notable thing, especially on the Atlas, because this has the longest cable arm there. But this is what Mathews is calling the center guard cable containment system. These wheels in here are going to turn as the cables go through the draw cycle. But what Mathews is doing with this, if you can look here, it's angled this way so that it puts the cable containment right in the middle of the bow. So what Mathews is saying is that that's optimum for cam timing. This arm would normally be about right here, and so then that's putting a little more pressure on the top cam than it is on the bottom cam sideways. And so they say to get the best cam timing, it should be in the middle. Also, that takes the cables away from your bowstring right where your fletching is going to be. So for maximum fletching clearance, that's in exactly the right spot for it. So two purposes there. Something new that Mathews came out with this year. So the Atlas does have built into it the dovetail mount for the integrate style rest. That's a great place to connect your rests, and of course QAD has those rests available for the Mathews bows. Or you can connect a standard rest. You've still got the threaded burger hole, so you can put any rest on this bow that you want. Coming down, you are going to have the Engage grip. This is a grip they've been using the last couple years. Nice, comfortable, rubberized grip there. Great for bow hunting when it's cold. It does have a nice back here for indexing in your hand. However, you do have the option, you can remove this grip, and Mathews makes side plates that you can put in so that your hand would then just sit on the back of the riser if you prefer that shooting style. Moving down the bow, Mathews has its 3D dampening system. This is its harmonic dampener in there. Just something that Mathews does to kill vibration. And of course, they put it out in front of the bow. They say that that is the best place for killing vibration, which this thing does not have a lot of vibration in it. So you look here, this does have that 7 3/4 inch brace height. That's a big brace height. So this is a very forgiving bow to shoot, which means this is going to be a great hunting bow, but you might want to take this out and shoot this for target as well. With that much forgiveness in there, this would be a very forgiving bow to shoot. However, it is still fast. So the Prima, by comparison to that Atlas, you can see is just a more slender bow. This is definitely built for smaller people. It's primarily intended for women so that they can get the maximum efficiency out of short draw lengths, but any short draw archer can use this bow as well. But you can see here, we've got a much narrower limb profile here, the pocket's smaller. So this bow does use the cross-centric cam. However, it's not as big as it is on the other bows. It's a reduced version. And this bow the modules are just gonna be for draw length. This one does not have the switch weight technology, which means that if I get a 50-pound max bow, it's 40 to 50 pounds. If I wanted to go to the 60 pounds, then I would swap out the limbs. So this bow, you can see here, I do have that silent connect system attached there. This is gonna be to hook your rope to haul the bow up to your tree stand, or Mathews makes a sling so you can connect it to both ends and haul that bow on your back if you want. Again, it's got the center guard cable containment system that we told you about. It's got that big riser, nice long riser there for a 30-inch bow. That's a lot of riser. It's going to be great and stable. So the Prima does have the dovetail mount there, so you can have an integrate rest. So you can put an integrate rest on this bow if you want, or you can put a standard rest here using the burger hole, whichever you want. But that dovetail is a really solid connection for your arrow rest. Just eliminates the possibility of any movement off to the side. So down here at the bottom, Mathews does have its new Nano 740 3D dampener. This is a new one they've just designed this year. This is going to kill any vibration. It's set out front. Mathews believes that's an optimum position for it. And so this bow is set right now at about 26 inches. So it's way too short for me to shoot. But the Heather File, who is the head instructor at our Lancaster Archery Academy, she shot this for us, and what she said was all the things you expect to hear from a Mathews. She said it was smooth, it drew nice, there was no hand shock. One thing she said she really liked about it is she likes to pull hard into the back wall. So she said this had a very secure back wall. Once she got back there, it wasn't spongy at all. And then she said as she activated her shot where she pulled harder, she said the bow responded well to that. When it went off, it was a very positive interaction between her and the bow. She was able to get on target and stay on there nicely. So she found this to be a real nice shooting bow. All right, so shooting the Atlas, this one is set at 31 inches, which is long for me, but I wanted to see what that would feel like in shooting. And it's a real nice shooting bow. My own draw length is 29.5 to 30 inches. So this was about an inch long for that. But it shot nice. It held very well. You know, that long riser, as we mentioned, great for aiming. 7 3/4 inch brace height. That was very forgiving, thankfully, since it was so long for me. No hand shock, just real nice shooting bow. I'm sure the archers who this bow would fit better, it's going to shoot even better for you guys. It was nice draw cycle. It's not an aggressive cam, I will say that. Compared to some other bows, that cross-centric cam feels aggressive. It did not feel aggressive on this bow. So great shooting bow. I'm sure that those long draw archers, if you got a 34-inch draw, this is going to be a great bow for you. All right, so that is the Mathews Atlas and Prima. Two great new bows from Mathews for 2021, long draw, short draw, and women. Two great bows from Mathews. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at LancasterArchery.com.